Hey, what's up? My name's Grant Kanoki. I'm a singer, songwriter, producer, and artist, and you're listening to Power 98.5.
We don't play the social game. We are social. Power 98.5. You're listening to Power 98.5, powered by United Angels Dream, your number one resource for public relations, entertainment, and multimedia. Contact them today at unitedangelsdream.com.
Hi, this is Dan Aykroyd. He's progressive. He's beautiful. He's thoughtful. He's intelligent. He's powerful. He's positive. He is Stephen Cuoco on Power 98.5 Satellite Radio.
Empowering listeners from the US to the UK. Live on air with Stephen Cuoco.
Oh yeah, we're going to get this. I want to go ahead. We've got to add this video that Benny did. Don't start the music yet. Here we go. For those that are tuning in, we've got Benny Weag. He's with NBC The Voice, season 22, and I always like to highlight the videos that they do. They're incredible. They're amazing. I'm extraordinarily appreciative of it. And Benny looks great. So if you haven't had a moment, head on over to Power 98.5 radio on Instagram, or do that after the video. Show some love, share your comments. But yeah, let's play the video.
Hey everyone, I'm Benny Weag, and I'm on Team Blake for season 22 of NBC's The Voice. I have the incredible opportunity to speak with acclaimed radio personality Stephen Cuoco on Power 98.5 Radio, so be sure to tune into that live interview this upcoming Monday, October 24th at 11 a.m. Pacific Time. We'll see you there.
He's so awesome. I love that video. And he looks great too. Oh, yeah. Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from here and all around the world. I'm Stephen Cuoco on Power 98.5 Satellite Radio. Head on over to power985.com. Click the bottom right-hand icon. We've got Benny Weag today from NBC, season 22 of The Voice, my favorite show. Been watching it since season 1. Been doing, interviews with the talent for the last 5 years and counting. And wow, when I'm going to say I'm shocked, Benny is not there any longer, but don't get upset. He's going to keep his music career going. We got a lot more going on, and you've got to really understand, and we're going to find out more about his journey. He is a self-taught musician from a very, very small town. Benny hopes to inspire people to live a life they love to chase, and their dreams that may seem a bit out of reach. But we know Benny and his inspiration, he's going to do it. After being raised in a small town of less than 600 people, he strives for his accomplishments to prove that when you apply hard work and dedication to your greatest passion, incredible things can come of it, no matter where you're at in the world or where you're from. He plans to take huge leaps, and he is trusting in faith. And it often takes a sacrifice of comforts and certainties, even just for a while, to make your dreams come true. With that being said, we're going to do a live music drop by him, doing a cover, Perfect by Ed Sheeran. Once again, Benny Weag from NBC The Voice, season 22. Great guy, extraordinarily amazing person, wonderful artist. He's been sharing about, really putting together his studio. So I'm looking forward to seeing these behind the scene videos to process everything else that goes into him creating his music. And we hope NBC and everyone else get that account verified, because we know people are going to want to steal his identity because he's just that darn good. Don't you agree, Benny?
I do. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. I've been looking forward to this, so I'm just really excited to be here and blessed that you have chosen me to be a part of this process. So thank you so much.
You're deserving of it. And what's even most important, so that everyone knows, is Benny and I were able to have, one-on-one personal conversation. And I really respect you. I respect the fact that, you didn't make it to the end, but here's the thing. You made it on the show. You've been in front of millions of people. They have a greater understanding of who you are and as an artist. So your fans are going to always be there. And you're going to continue to build new fanship. So what has the fanship been like since the show?
Well, I mean, a huge increase, with me being in Montana, and before I was really chasing music hard. I was trying to live a more private life, so I was never really involved with social media. So I'm kind of just getting that started now. But the increase since the show has not only been a little overwhelming, and I'm just trying to keep up with it, but like just so much positivity and so much encouragement from people, which is it's just been so nice to hear. And keeping the fire lit, keeping that fuel going for moving forward with this dream.
How do you feel knowing now, and your numbers are going up, your followers, and I love how organic and natural the interaction is happening on your Instagram. Once again, we've got Benny Weag. Head on over to his Instagram, the Benny Weag, TheBennyWeag. Are you not getting too stressed? Are you finding your groove? Are you establishing a momentum on social media and realizing that, especially your Instagram, for actors, producers, directors, it's an IMDb, but even for you, it's building a catalog.
Right. Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm starting to feel it out. I mean, I enjoy it, and it's pretty comfortable overall. I definitely want to continue learning it and becoming more efficient with it. And I also want to integrate TikTok and Facebook as much into it as I can, just to keep the wide base of reaching so many different people on there. But it's been a fun process. So I'm looking forward to keeping on it, learning more. And here in the next month or two, when all of the artists on this season of the show can start releasing their music and videos again, I know that that's really going to start kicking up some progress as well too.
You took us back on October 15th. You brought us into your studio. You've got that great floor. Did you do all of this installation yourself?
The hardwood flooring I did. I had a professional come in with the carpet, so that they could do the seams and the stretching professionally, because I don't have the right tools and practice for that. But the hardwood floors, the painting, the trims, the foam on the walls, all the rest of the work, putting the lights in, I did all that myself.
Now, what's going to happen here? What do you plan on doing? What do you plan on showing everybody?
I have quite a few originals that I'm working on. So not only do I want to have things recorded and ready to put on streaming services like Spotify and Apple Music, but also to have different variations of songs. Like I might have one song on my own that could be a full song with a piano version or an acoustic version, but then to create some home videos aligned with that, either of me just playing in this little studio or actually, a more involved music video. But just kind of exploring what works with each different song and to get myself out there so people can hear my own personal artistry more.
The special effects of the lights are really good. Now, did you YouTube, hey, what do I need to do to create the best kick-ass studio, or did you just design that yourself?
Well, I kind of had the thought in mind already, just from using lights from gigs and shows that I've played. I'm like, I like the thought of having the versatility of changing the color, the strobe effects, so that I can match the energy of different songs. And I was like, I'm just standing here in my room, and I'm just kind of looking at the feel of it. And I'm like, well, I want lights all around, up on the ceiling and over on the walls, so that when they face me, I can even turn on different ones and have different shadow effects if I want. And I just kind of had this big master plan in my mind, and to watch it start to come to life has been super exciting.
Well, the team went ahead and gave Instagram a heads up to check out the algorithm, because they just liked a whole bunch of your content on your Instagram page. So
Oh, cool.
once again, we've got Benny Weag. Head on over to his Instagram at the Benny Weag. And here's the secret: if we can blow the whistle, your
Sure.
last name is Weagraff.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I pronunciated that right, correct?
Yep, that was perfect. That was perfect. Yep.
Tell us the back end story. So once again, we've got Benny Weagraff, but he has to shorten it, and because of people not paying attention of like how to pronunciate or even spell it.
Yeah, it gets butchered so often. I was like, maybe it'll just be a little bit easier on a whole for if I just kind of shorten it down. I just do Benny Weag instead of my full Benjamin Weagraff. But I mean, I've had even since back in high school, when I've had interviews done with me, people are asking me questions. They have me spell my name and they write it down, and then an article comes out in the newspaper and it's spelt wrong, or people pronounce it wrong when they're saying it out loud. But like even at a high school football game one time, I spelled it out. They wrote it down, and then instead of Weagraff, they had wheatgrass. I was like, okay, so that's something. And then I just had so many variations. I'm like, okay, I'll just do a little shortened version, Weag, and try and make it a little easy. So a little bit easier.
I like it. Your website, thebennyweag.com, Benny, BennyWeag. Once again, his last name is Weagraff, but he had to shorten it. Either way, are you happy with your identification, and it not only in a music career, but how you translated your message and your identity through television?
I feel like I still have a little more to share of myself. I have more to prove. I have more to go. So far, I'm glad. I'm really happy with the path I'm taking and the direction I'm going. I'm feeling really confident and comfortable with how things are going. But I'm definitely itching for more. I'm definitely looking for any ways that I can keep that going and teach people more about myself. So it's they say it's a process. That's for sure. It's definitely a process, but I'm really happy with where we're going now. So.
You wrote, "My parents gifted me my first guitar when I was 3 years old. I would get so excited when the instrumental or the instructional CD said we would be playing Old MacDonald Had a Farm. Being so young, though, the excitement quickly faded with all of the distractions of whatever else a young kid could be excited for." Tell us more about that.
Well, so I grew up in Eastern Washington, but for a few years we were living down in California. And I remember I need to find this home video, but we have it. I'm sitting there with my little guitar and I'm listening to the CD and it's playing over the speakers and it's just kind of saying what we're doing. And then the person's like, "Next, we're going to play Old MacDonald Had a Farm." I look up to the camera. I'm all excited. I'm like, "Old MacDonald had a farm." I started freaking out, getting all excited. And so like, it was really fun. But I was kind of sporadic. I was an energetic kid. I also like to play with the shield and the sword and run around outside and play, go to the park, do all the stuff I could. And so I was all over the place and not quite yet determined and focused enough to sit down with the guitar. So it kind of faded away into just going through life. We moved back to Eastern Washington. And then, when I was about 8, 9, or 10, kind of in that age frame is when my mom taught me piano. And then my focus started to grow and my interest started to really get rooted more at that age and moving forward.
Take us back, because we know that you were in front of millions of people. But when you were 15, you auditioned for the Washington State FFA talent program. And that was the first time you were in front of a real audience. Did it prepare you for television, or do you feel that you just have the natural gift, Benny, of being able to perform, whether it's yourself in front of a mirror or millions of people?
I'd have to say a little bit of both. When I think about the fact that I was 15, I had only been playing guitar for a year or two after teaching myself. I went on stage. I played the song well. I didn't make mistakes. My voice was confident and clear. I got nothing but incredible feedback from everybody. And that was really my first time giving a performance. And so I can't help but think back on that experience and know that there's definitely a level of natural talent there. I just, only doing that time that year, 15, one time next year, 16, one time at nationals. When I was 17, like it wasn't consistent enough to really settle in that there's also a lot of practice that goes into it. And so, being able to tap into that now and realize the balance of believing in my natural abilities, but also putting in the time and effort to learn how to handle myself and how I look on stage, especially with or without an instrument. There's definitely a lot of knowledge behind it that you have to incorporate with whatever natural talent you have. And so I finally now, especially after making it onto The Voice, believe more than ever that I have something natural and I have something that is in me that I can't get rid of, and that I want to tap into and I want to work on and I want to hone and really carve it into a masterpiece. So a little bit of both to answer that question.
What's the best thing you've ever learned about yourself as a musician, as an artist, that you would like to share with those who could benefit from your advice?
Sure. I think the knowledge that I've learned, the experience from this year of being on The Voice, I've learned the most about how difficult and how disabling self-criticism can be, because I don't personally like to hear my voice back. So like when I'm recording and I'm in the studio, I hear myself sing back. People are like, "Oh man, that was awesome." And I'm thinking, like, I can easily pick out things I don't like about my own voice. And I know that everybody's their own worst critic. And so it's just important to surround yourself with people that are also very talented or know what they're talking about when it comes to music and comes to pitch and comes to tone and performing. And having as many of those kind of people around you to provide that feedback and to help build you up is huge. So, being on The Voice, I'm around all these other incredibly talented artists. And at first I was just feeling overwhelmed and like I didn't belong there. But then the more I got to know people and I was singing around people, they all just gave me this incredible vote of confidence with all their compliments and even constructive criticism, and then making those changes and getting better. Just don't hold yourself down. Don't hold yourself back. Go easy on yourself. Be more forgiving of yourself, because I'm definitely a hard critic of myself. But I mean, it helps you reach excellence, but we're only human. And so, we need other people around us to help with that. So, give yourself a break and make sure to surround yourself with people who really give you that vote of confidence and build you up.
Was there something you were able to take away from your experience with working with Blake Shelton? What can you share that stands out the most, that has really impacted you as a music artist, if anything?
I think one of the biggest things for me was the fact that when I sang Shivers for my blind audition, not only Blake, but all the coaches spoke a little bit with me about the fact that I have a very similar sound to Ed Sheeran. And when I sang that song, I didn't really create a more original arrangement of the song, which is definitely true. I can definitely agree to that, because my insecurities pushed me toward, if I can sing this like Ed, then I can prove that I'm a good singer. That was kind of my mindset. And it crippled me in a way that didn't show my own individuality and my own artistry. And so working with Blake really helped push me in the direction of just be myself and sing the song with my own passion and my own energy and emotion behind it. And that's what really draws people in. Like, you could sound like another artist. That's great. You can prove that you have good tone and pitch. That's great. But people want to fall in love with you because of who you are and your own like I said, individuality and artistry. So that was the biggest takeaway for me, and just feeling more comfortable in my own skin and just playing music from my own heart.
Perfectly expressed. And all of that is true. And I'm glad you get it, because you are the asset. Your name, your face, your inspiration, your passion. You're telling a story. You're being a writer, a director, a producer, a narrator. And I really encourage you to continue, even if to write it down and put it as a sticky note everywhere around your studio or your room or bathroom. It is important.
Absolutely. Yep.
We're going to go ahead and play your cover, Perfect by Ed Sheeran. Anything you want to share about that moment?
So at the beginning of the year, coming up on heading down to The Voice, I knew that there was going to be a period of time that the artists wouldn't be allowed to post videos and clips of them singing or new music, stuff like that. And so I was like, I just want to get a bunch of videos done and have some content up there. So after The Voice, if I can make a team and wherever I make it on the show, people have something they can listen to right off the bat, even though it's not going to be my newly coached voice and the progress I've made as a singer through the show. But I was like, you know what? I just want to get some stuff up there. I picked some of my favorite songs that I felt I could sing the best. And so it's funny to look back and think, man, I wish I could redo all those videos with all of the practice and coaching I've had now. But I did really enjoy that one. I felt pretty confident with that one. So that's a good choice.
Good. Because I was going to say, we don't want you to feel not good about yourself. So I'm glad I've got your approval. So yeah, we're looking forward to seeing and hearing how you feel now after listening to it. So are you ready?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, here we go. So once again, Benny Weag, real name Benny Weagraff, performing cover the song Perfect by Ed Sheeran.
I found a love for me. Darling, just dive right in. Follow my lead. Well, I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. I never knew you were the someone waiting for me. We were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. Well, I will not give you up this time. So darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I own, and in your eyes you're holding mine. 'Cause baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms. I'm barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered underneath my breath, but you heard it. Darling, you look perfect tonight. Well, I found a woman stronger than anyone I know. She shares my dreams. I hope that someday I'll share her home. I found a love to carry more than just my secrets, to carry love, to carry children. one of our own. We are still kids, but we're so in love, fighting against all odds. I know we'll be alright this time. So darling, just hold my hand, be my girl, I'll be your man. I see my future in your eyes. 'Cause baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to my favorite song. I have faith in what I see. Now I know I have met an angel in person. She looks perfect. No, I don't deserve this, but you look perfect tonight.
How do you feel about that?
Oh man, it's so fun to hear back on that. Thinking of some of the things I've learned vocally and the improvements I've made, and just to think of the process I've been in, even the last couple of years, and how much effort I put into building myself and my performance and my vocal abilities, and knowing where I was at before that and the progress I made to that point, and then knowing where I'm at now and progress I've made since that video earlier this year. It's fun. It's surreal. It gets me excited to keep moving forward and to keep seeing what else I can accomplish.
I'm proud of you. And one of the things as we close, I really would like to really see even more of the love and admiration of who Benny Weagraff is. Because even with watching this, I could feel you. Not saying I didn't feel you on The Voice, but it was almost like you were not in your head and you just stepped forward as Benny Weagraff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm doing more now, and I can feel it. I can feel it in my performing, and it's the feedback I'm getting from people who have seen me perform before and they're watching me now. They're like, you're a whole different person now. They can feel the emotion. Mm-hmm. They can hear it in my voice, see it in my face, feel it when I'm on stage. And the important thing for me is I can feel it now too. I'm like you said, I'm not as much in my head. I'm not as worried about trying to hit my perfect pitch, because I've worked on that and I always will. But it's that emotion and that draw into, why is he singing this? What is he feeling? And that's definitely the direction that my music is going, both originals and covers. So I'm really excited to start posting more content here soon and show the world what I've got.
Definitely. And definitely let us know what city you're in. You've got to travel. You got to, I know you got bookings coming up. What live performances would you like to go ahead and drop for us to where people can come and see you?
I've been doing so many corporate events and weddings. I haven't been doing quite as much. For now, I've got a couple just here in Polson, the Perfect Shot Tavern on Friday at 9 p.m. and then the Shoe here in Polson at 6 p.m. on Saturday. A couple of Halloween parties going on. Other than that, like I said, a lot of private events right now, but I definitely want to move toward some more concert venues, do some stuff in Seattle, San Diego. So those will be up and coming, that's for sure.
Well, definitely keep me in the loop. You've got my private number. Definitely am looking forward to your originals for your EP and singles coming out. Would love to get it on Power 98.5. And anytime and anywhere I can support you, my team can support you, let me know. Stay up to date always with your Instagram page. Remember, that's your IMDb, that's your catalog, that's everything that you're doing. Because if you don't make it a point, knowing that you remember yourself every day, but people want to remember you, always have something fresh and new ready.
Sure. Awesome.
Who would you like to give a shout out to?
Who would I like to give a shout out to? I gotta say my parents for believing in me the whole time and encouraging me to chase this dream, because it's easy to say, kind of like I felt before, the uncertainty of this profession can be a little scary at times, but their love and support have got me to where I'm to where I am now, and they haven't given up, and they never will, so I never will.
That's so
Mom
true.
and Dad.
That's a huge blessing. Most people don't have, so you're very lucky.
It's true. I am super blessed.
You're on Instagram, you're on Twitter, you're on TikTok. What is the number one, or is it all the above, that you would like people to go to show and share love and support and offer a comment, encouragement, anything and everything?
But right now, Instagram is definitely my main focus until I'm more proficient with TikTok. I do want to have both of them going pretty well, but for now, Instagram is my stronger point.
Great. And once again, Benny's Instagram is the Benny Weag. That's spelled TheBennyWeag. Benny, thank you again for being with us today on Live on Air with Stephen Quoke on Power 98.5. Also, let's go ahead and plug in your website, thebennyweag.com. Reach out to them for all bookings and upcoming events. And keep in mind, anything that I know of that could have you plugged in, I will definitely let you know. You will be remembered and not forgotten. So just know that I'm going to keep to my promise to, keep it in prayer, putting out in the universe, and just really knowing what's going to be in your best interest and the type of audience and people that may be there that are going to really embrace and enjoy you. So just know, television can be addicting, in that experience. Continue to do what you're doing. Everything is in its perfect timing. You're doing everything the right way. And one thing I guarantee you this, and I'm going to say it for right now, I believe you are encompassing everything and you are not missing anything.
Well, thank you so much, Stephen. I really appreciate your time, your feedback. You've been a huge blessing to me, and I am definitely looking forward to working with you in the future. So
I'm always here for you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. So hold the line. We're going to close out. Benny Weagraff, a.k.a. Benny Weag. Head on over to his Instagram, the Benny Weag, W-E-A-G. Also, get on over to his website, thebennyweag.com. Have a great day, everyone. Tune in tonight. New episode of NBC The Voice will be airing. Check your local time zone, your schedule, and I'll be there watching. Have a great day, everyone. We're closing out with Benny Weag doing a cover of Ed Sheeran's Perfect.
To carry more than just my secrets, to carry love, to carry children of our own. We are still kids, but we're so in love, fighting against all odds. I know we'll be alright this time. So darling, just hold my hand, be my girl, I'll be your man. I see my future in your eyes. 'Cause baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to my favorite song. I have faith in what I see. Now I know I don't deserve this. Darling, you look perfect tonight.
Friend us on your socials and let's connect.